everybody, and welcome back. That dramatic yawn was our special guest, Annika.
She's getting a little sleepy.
She's getting sleepy. We're filming this around 10 o'clock at night. It's past all of our bedtime.
No, it's not.
It's past my bedtime.
You don't even go to sleep now.
That's true. It used to be past my bedtime. Anyway, this is OJ Podcast, and we're doing our fun little random series of F1 drivers as blank to fill time when we are in the off-season. We are here with Olivia, Jamie, and special guest Annika.
As we have already previously mentioned.
Hello.
She does it every time.
To introduce herself like that. Annika is quite fun, despite her hello introductions.
Oh, you'll learn, because I have a feeling this is another one where we're going to just start arguing. Like we did if you've listened to the Hunger Games one, where we were just arguing the entire time.
Tension's a little high back there.
It's getting late, and I'm now starting to get angry.
A little crabby, Jamie.
I'm not crabby.
Annika and I both have a drink in us, too, so that probably doesn't
Yeah.
have energy.
I've had 2 energy drinks today, though.
Glug, glug, glug.
Okay,
Caffeinate me.
let's get into the start of our Percy Jackson. It's pretty much godly parents. You could say cabins, but
Yeah.
godly parents.
Max.
Aries.
Nemesis.
Good one.
I said Iris because rainbow.
What?
I don't know.
Is it because
Rainbow?
Of
I think it's
constantly being shipped with other male drivers?
No, I think it's because of that one picture of him with the bow on his
The
head.
bow one?
Yep.
Oh.
And so therefore he gets rainbow. I also said or Apollo because I can see him as Apollo.
I think he's Aries just because, he's got that anger, kind of that vengeance, war vibes in him.
Vengeance, Nemesis.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Yeah,
He
that one's...
This will give you a reference of when we were filming this. He literally ran into George because he was angry last week in revenge. Like, come on.
Yeah,
Nemesis.
that one's a good one. I just had a better one for Nemesis. So
Well, I have some repeats on here. I don't think Nemesis is.
I can see him,
I did
being
not repeat.
Nemesis, but I thought it was funny to put him with Rainbow.
I put someone else as Rainbow,
I
but
also put someone else's Rainbow.
she's also the messenger,
Yeah.
messenger vibes too, not just Rainbow.
Anyway,
Rainbow.
Yuki.
Demeter, because
Demeter.
his cooking.
Yep. He likes food.
Yep.
I put him as Aphrodite.
Because he's Kevin's lover.
Yeah.
You have to explain this joke to our audience.
Okay, so when was this? Over the spring? Spring-ish, late spring, early spring, mid-spring, spring.
Okay.
Jamie asked us all to rate the F1 drivers based off of how hot we found them, and did statistics on who was the hottest driver or whatever, and my boyfriend put Yuki as the hottest, so...
He put Yuki the highest up by far out of anyone.
He's really into Yuki.
Yeah.
Yep.
He now has a Yuki t-shirt too. Lovely, bought by all 3 of us.
I can also just see Yuki existing in a pink princessy life.
He does kind of give that energy. Like you look at him and you just are like,
Yeah.
Aww.
I could just see him having that aesthetic.
He's he gives Chihuahua.
Yes. No, not Chihuahua.
No, but a small dog, but a cute small dog.
Like a pom-pom.
Like a pom-pom.
Pomeranian, yeah, that's better.
So, Aphrodite.
Okay.
Aphrodite.
We obviously gave Demeter because we went, oh, he likes food.
Basic.
Yeah.
I should have known you were going to put him as Aphrodite.
Justice for you.
I didn't... See, I think we probably have the same Aphrodite, Olivia. Unless you went out of the park with it.
I don't know.
Okay.
Don't eat the mic.
You might have.
Annika's trying to eat the mic.
I'm not trying to eat the mic.
Yes, you
Fine,
are.
Trying to
You
the mic.
bite the mic. Okay, that's the same thing.
No, eating requires you to swallow. I was just gonna bite it.
She's a spitter.
Oh my god. You can tell that it's late.
Anyway, Charles.
Aphrodite.
I also put him as Aphrodite.
I did not put him as Aphrodite.
Really?
No. I put him as Hades.
No.
I still do not know.
Okay, well, my logic is he's slowly dying, at Ferrari because they're killing him, and Hades
But
is the
Hades
god of
is-
the underworld.
Yeah,
Not
but he's
slowly
not
dying.
Hades' child.
He
that's
has
just
dark
because of-
hair. I associate
No.
him with like a Nico D'Angelo type character.
No. He is not Hades because he is too. Yeah, he's sad, but he's not a Hades like angry sad.
You don't have to be angry sad to be a kid of Hades.
Well, we have two. Well, I guess.
We have three. We have Bianca.
Three.
We have Hazel. and
Okay,
we have
Hazel is
Pluto.
not Hades because she is Pluto. That is a difference.
Hades.
Completely different type.
I'm in the middle of a divorce.
Are you the reason OJ is separating?
Yes. No longer O and J, just O and J.
OJA.
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 Welcome to the OJ.
But no, he's Aphrodite because he's pretty girl. Not just that, he also has like the charm that the
Like
charm.
speak?
Yeah, he has the charm
Yeah, but
speak.
I
That
also
man
just feel
has it.
I don't know. I feel like he's Hades. Like he just.
The only argument I could see for Hades is the rare like minerals. The
No,
earth
'cause that's
minerals.
someone else.
Crystals. That is the only argument I could see for Charles being Hades.
He's not Hades.
He's
That's
not
just an
Hades.
Incorrect opinion.
Whatever. Anyway, Lewis.
Athena.
Zeus.
Kate.
Oh really?
Ooh,
Vibes.
Kate's kind of a good one.
I just feel like he has a greater legacy up than other drivers. Maybe it's just because I know more about like his legacy or whatever. And Kate is, the hearth and the home. So it just I don't know. It just seemed.
Kate is not there for her from home.
You mean Hestia?
Yup, I wrote the wrong one down.
Hestia?
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
I like your logic for Hestia.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still a good logic. So wait, did both of you two do repeats?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm the only one that didn't.
Yeah.
I have.
Here,
They
do you
all
want-
have
Jamie
unique.
Can cut into this if you want to re-explain
Nah.
it. Okay.
Okay.
I did Zeus because Zeus is the king and Lewis is the king. I mean, 7-time world champion. Felt like it worked.
I put Athena because you obviously always compare Athena and Ares together. That's usually how it happens. And I see him as more of the like calm, cool, calculated angry to Max's like rah. And he's just very calculated with all of his moves. That's like how he won 7 championships, like, but he still has that aggression, that war like aspect in him. Athena.
Fair. I think that's a good answer.
Yeah.
Anyway, I did not put Charles as Aphrodite because I put George as Aphrodite.
You want to know what I put George as? This is even better.
Eros.
Eros.
Or said Hephaestus because I feel like they have similar faces.
Mangled?
Yes.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Anyway, I think George is Aphrodite because I think he really cares about looking pretty and just,
Sorry, that's so funny considering I just said he has a mangled face.
I feel like he really cares about looking pretty, and I think he
I'm
just
T-posing.
and T-posing. He likes to pose. I think he talks very,
Yeah, strike that pose. Flaunt that bod.
charm speaky. I don't know.
He is Eros because he is always without a shirt and showing off his body, and that's a more sexual trait than a romantic trait to Aphrodite.
No, Hephaestus. Let them be.
They're all kind of in the same realm though, because technically, child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just gotta. Yeah. Kimmy is Hebe?
I
Is it
also
Hebe?
put down Hebe.
I put down Hermes because he stole a credit card.
That's good.
Spoiler alert, I gave Ollie Hermes because he stole a credit card.
God.
They're my 2 Hermes.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
It's so funny that you guys did repeats, but I went completely unique for everyone.
No, that's boring.
Well, like they've only really mentioned like 20 cabins in the book, so I was trying to keep them like book.
Well, my brain just went, all Greek.
Well, then it would
Gods.
become then it wouldn't be as Percy Jackson cabins.
Yes, it
become
would
as
be.
Greek
Percy said
gods.
that every child gets a cabin.
But if you look on the wiki page, only certain ones are officialized.
Yeah, but every
Yeah,
cabin,
I also went for the wiki page.
every god has to have a cabin. Every child has to have their cabin. So
Just
all
go
of
to
those
Hermes.
cabins are there.
Whatever. Okay, Oscar. Athena.
Oh, Hermes, because he just looks like he'd be a child of Hermes.
Athena's a really good one.
No, it's
Like,
not. No one deserves to be a child of Athena.
Why?
Did you give no one Athena?
I didn't give anyone Athena.
No, Athena's like the smartest option.
No, it's
He's
not.
the smartest on the grid. Like
Yes.
everyone says
No, he looks like Hermes.
That's fair.
He looks like a gremlin and a goblin, and therefore he's Hermes.
I put him as Hypnos because he's very well known to be able to sleep anywhere.
I challenge that.
Anywhere.
Can he sleep in a pool underwater? I don't think so. I think he'd drown.
But he is Hypnos because he can sleep anywhere.
Incorrect.
Lando.
Apollo.
Hypnos.
Dionysus.
Whoa. Dionysus I get, like the party boy
Yeah, he
energy,
likes
I'm
to
assuming.
party. He's
Yeah.
I said
Okay.
Hypnos because he's depressed, so he'd sleep the day away.
He also has like a popular meme of him sleeping on the paddock.
Sure, I totally knew that, guys.
Yeah. Well, I think Apollo just because once again Apollo has that pretty boy energy to him, and like Lando before this year, even before last year, was really seen as like the light of the grid. And so like Apollo.
He's so sad.
He's sad now, he wasn't before.
I wrote it in my notes, Apollo, because I can't spell Apollo.
Did you misspell it? How badly did you misspell it?
Apollo.
How are you this bad at spelling it?
Apollo. Apollo, Apollo.
So for those of you listening, we took a class last year, all three of us together with a friend and a
Other friend. Time.
former friend. A lot of things went down there. But anyway, so it was us and Kai, who's been mentioned on the podcast. Hi Kai, get jump scared by your name again.
Yeah.
And anyway, so we were all in class, and Annika on her notes without fail would spell Apollo incorrectly and differently every single time. And Apollo comes up a lot in mythology.
And Apollo is spelled same both in Greek and in Latin.
And she can spell names like Hephaestus and Aphrodite. Apollo is her biggest weakness.
Yeah.
Okay. Apollo. Okay. Who's next, Olivia? I don't remember the order.
Isaac.
Oh.
Hephaestus. Hephaestus.
I put him as Nike. Victory.
I put him as Hades, and that's why he looks so scared all the time.
That's a good, valid reason to put someone as Hades.
Yes.
That is a correct Hades take.
Yes.
I put him as Nike more so actually of his F2 career because yes, Gabe won F2, but Isaac had more wins, like actual race wins than him.
No, I did an extra repeat.
And so victory.
I'll keep it, whatever. Anyway, I give him Isaac Hephaestus because he looks like he should be in a forge.
Fair.
Forge.
Yeah, like when you're making things.
That's what Hephaestus is.
I thought you were talking about some type of car, and I was like, what is a forge
Ford?
car?
No, a forge.
No, forge.
Like
Car.
Ford.
And I was no, like that was a type of like special car, and I was like, what are you talking about?
Forge.
I don't know, some like weird ass F1 Transformers style car. I don't know.
Okay, Annika, I have a theory of what you put Liam as.
So what do you think I put Liam as?
Poseidon.
Where's Liam on my list? Yes.
Of course she did.
Why did you put him as Poseidon?
Because he looks like a surfer, and
I
it's
actually,
Poseidon. So
fun fact, I did not put anyone as Poseidon.
I think I
Not
did.
a single
I
person.
think I did it because I didn't know what to do for Franco.
Oh.
Spoiler alert.
what did I put?
My Franco one's good.
I gave Liam Ares because he seems really angry all the time.
And I gave him Nemesis.
So
We switched our Ares and Nemesis. Because once again, he's always running into other people and it feels like some sort of revenge for him internally because he just wants to do good and he desires he has no friends. He's only there to win.
my logic is he's on the warpath.
Fair enough.
Yep.
That's a good one too.
Lance.
Thanatos, because he
That's
runs into everyone and is the death bringer.
In a similar note, I did Hecate, so.
Yep.
Wait, actual Hades?
Yes,
Okay.
actual Hecate.
All right. I gave him Hades, but specifically the Pluto variant, because he's rich, so he owns all the monies. And then, yeah, he also
All the
crashes
monies.
Monies.
I exposed myself.
She
on the
loves
podcast.
adding S's to a lot of
I've
things.
exposed myself. Anyway, he has a lot of money, and Pluto owns all the riches underground, and also he crashes into things, causing a lot of probably chaos and disaster, and that goes to Hades. So
Thanatos. Fernando's Zeus, but that's just because he's the oldest on the grid and, like, has the most knowledge and the king, and yeah.
I also put him as Zeus.
She's going with this joke again.
Hebe, because he is the baby on the grid. He is the forever rookie. He has drank from the fountain of youth and will stay young forever. He is Hebe.
Rolling my eyes at that one so
You giggled at it
hard.
earlier.
Still, I was rolling my eyes. I can giggle.
Whatever.
Next.
Esty Bestie.
Hephaestus.
I also have him as Hephaestus.
I can see that, but I put him as Apollo. Because I just feel like he would glow.
He would glow.
Is that it?
I also feel like the squirrels would squeal their squirrely squeals.
Anyways, I put
It's a beautiful
Hephaestus
squirrel song.
because it is known when he was a kid, his dad used to go dumpster diving for cart parts, and so they built the cart together, and I think his dad was a mechanic and
Yeah,
stuff.
that's the exact reason I
Yep.
put him.
I
down
can
as
see him
Hephaestus.
as Hephaestus.
Yeah. Also, if you want to keep the glowing thing and switch to Hephaestus, they can control fire in the books. So-
No.
Okay, you're keeping Apollo. Got it. For the squirrel songs.
Yes.
Okay. I already said that I had Ollie as Hermes because he and Kimmy stole a credit card.
That's a good one. I think I initially really wanted them as Hermes, and I found I don't know who I put. Oh, that's who I put as Hermes.
What did you do?
I put him as Iris because rainbows.
You also put him as Rainbow?
No, I put him as Apollo because he gotta put that long neck to use.
What?
Explain yourself, Missy.
He has a long neck. So he has a lot of vocal cords.
Oh.
What, do you think I was gonna do a deep throat joke?
No, I was more thinking of like, how can that relate to him being the sun?
Is his face the sun for you?
No. This musical man.
I just wasn't ready for that.
Oh my god.
Nico! I gave him
Nico
to
Hulkenberg.
Meter because he mows grass.
That's not a lawnmower. That'd be like the tractor things that like pick
Yeah.
up the plows.
Yeah, he does that
and
too.
everything.
He farms.
I put him as Hestia because he'd be for the family as well. And
Cringe.
would make fun of not make fun, you're making fun of me. He would take care of his family home.
You are correct. He is Hestia because he is a family man, and
Yes, he
it's the
is.
home and the hearth, and that is him.
Yup.
I also couldn't put him as Demeter because I did completely unique for everyone, and I already had Yuki as
Okay.
Demeter.
Anyway, Gabe.
I put him as Hermes. He seems like a little gremlin Hermes dude.
I put him as Hades 'cause it's like a dead soul.
Of course.
I put him as Hermes, and I meant to not put more than two, and that's a third in Hermes. But I put him as
Meh.
Hermes literally because Hermes takes everybody, and I didn't know what to put him as.
Yeah,
So
true.
I used him as a
True.
placeholder
That's
and
also a
totally
good
forgot to
reason.
put it. Yeah.
Okay, I kind of like that reasoning. Even though we did the same thing, completely different reasonings, but whatever. We got there in the end.
All right, Carlos.
Mine is very methodical.
Oh god.
I put him as Themis because that is the goddess of justice, and he is co-president with George for the like kind of the drivers union thing. So like he is making sure that everyone like is being treated fairly and being treated justly.
I put him as Apollo because he seems like he's good at stuff.
I said Dionysus because he looks kind of drunk.
Interesting.
It's the eyebrows,
Interesting.
man. It's all in the eyebrows.
It's all the eyebrows. Alex.
I put him as Pan, god of the wild. He has a lot of animals.
That is so stupid. I said Demeter because I think they would look related. That's all I have written down.
I put Alex as a hunter of Artemis because I feel like he'd be able to hang out with the girls.
Oh, he would.
In the woods and hunt things.
He's one for the
I wanted
girls.
to put someone as a hunter of Artemis. That was the first thing I had like written down as like a thing to put.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew only one.
I would
person
put
get it, and
George.
No.
George.
George is Aphrodite. Alex is a hunter of Artemis. Also the animal connection.
Yeah.
But that was lesser. It was more he gives frolic in the woods with girls and not getting murdered by Artemis energy.
That's why I put Pan
I would
because
feel
of animals.
safe with Alex frolicking in the woods.
Would you rather have Alex standing in front of your doorway when you wake up in the morning?
Clearly the answer is George, considering I have George now standing in my windowsill.
You're the one that said George.
Yes, the answer is George.
So-
Not T-posing George, sweetie.
Yeah, normal George. T-posing George was scary.
You also said face, not whole body.
Well, I couldn't say whole body. That would be weird, and you guys would start being suspicious.
Man staring at you when you wake up.
Would you like to tell them your story of discovery of George? They've heard mine on the podcast.
My story of discovery of George?
Yeah, that George.
Okay. I wake up, I'm tired, I don't have my glasses or contacts in. I open the door, and there's a man in my doorway, blocking my exit of the walkway.
Complete fire hazard, by the way.
You can
Looking
go through
at me
him.
as if he wants to, as if he's waiting for me to exit, and I didn't know why he would be waiting. He wouldn't even know I was there. What is this man doing here? And so I almost kicked him in the crotch, but instead I froze because I saw Jamie walking up behind him. And that's it. That's a terrible telling of the story, but that's all you get.
Fair enough. All right, our final two. Pierre.
I put him as Harmonia because I feel like he just wants harmony on the grid and in his life, and he doesn't want to keep dealing with bad teams and teammate drama. He just wants harmony.
Dionysus, because he's a nicotine addict.
I gave him Iris because he looks like he could use he looks like he'd like rainbows.
Rainbow.
That was it. That was the logic. I'm like,
Okay. Well, I put Franco as Dionysus because he seems like a party boy.
I put him as TB because he's the newbie.
Fair enough.
I put him as Poseidon, but I like your answer of Dionysus better, so I'm gonna steal it and say that instead.
Why would you put him as Poseidon?
I was really struggling with Franco for everything, and I didn't have a Poseidon, so I was like, maybe. But I like your answer a lot better, so I'm gonna steal it.
Yeah, he just seems he's young enough. He's new to the grid. He just seems like he'd be a party
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah.
So like that's the only option there is Dionysus.
Yeah.
Even though Dionysus is he had like the cult and stuff. So like yeah, parties.
Yeah.
Franco does kind of have
We
a
did
cult
not argue
following.
as much for this one as we did for the Hunger Games one. The Hunger Games one got heated.
Yeah, it
Very
did because
heated.
there was some weird takes
But yeah.
from us all.
From Olivia.
Hey. I'm based in logic from the books.
But that's boring.
That's how you're supposed to do them, no?
This isn't even the Hunger Games episode.
Anyway, yeah, that's our segue into the conclusion because we finished today. Yeah, thanks for listening. This was another short one. Hope you all enjoyed. Come back to listen to other ones. Subscribe, follow, like, comment.
Everything.
Give us
Do
money, please. We're
everything.
broke college students.
They can't give us money unless we somehow get a lot of following.
Yeah, share with your friends.
Oh yeah, tell how cool we are because we're really cool.
If you want more nerdy stuff with random things, let us know. If you like Annika,
Let us know.
I like
We'll bring her
Annika.
back.
She's pretty great.
I don't.
Okay, Monica.
But yeah, thank you for listening, and yeah.
Peace out. I need to go potty.